I'm so nervous. Hi everyone, my name is Marisa. Thank you for watching my first ever YouTube video on my channel. I figured for my first video I would just do a get to know me, so I have some questions here and I'll just jump right into it. Okay, first one, where are you from? This is honestly, I would say, the most complicated question anybody ever asked me. Reason being is that, so I was born with US citizenship. However, because both my parents were in the Marines, I was born in Okinawa, Japan. So people oftentimes think that because I was born in Japan that I got Japanese citizenship when I was born. However, they do their citizenship a little bit differently than here in the US. So I don't have any Japanese citizenship. I also recently got Mexican citizenship because my entire family is Mexican, so ethnically I'm Mexican, 100%. And yeah, I actually just grew up literally traveling all over the world. So like for majority of my childhood, I grew up in Japan. I also grew up in the States. We came back when I was about 12. So yeah, what's your zodiac sign? So I'm a Scorpio. Also kind of a little funny thing on my sign. So I'm actually on the cusp, and I don't care if you don't believe in cusp. I feel very cusp-esque. So I'm a Scorpio. I was born on October 23rd. However, I was actually supposed to be born on the 22nd. My mom had a very long delivery with me. So while I am a Scorpio, had I been born literally 5 hours earlier, I would have been a Libra. I think I'm really happy that I was born a Scorpio. I do feel like I have a lot of Libra tendencies slash characteristics, traits, or whatever. But yeah, I'm technically a Scorpio. Did you go to college? I did go to college. I attended the University of Texas at Austin for English. However, I'm actually enrolled again right now for my marketing degree at Colorado State University. So I'm doing college literally right now. What do you do for work? I am currently a talent manager for influencers. I work at an influencer marketing agency. And I've been doing that for the last 3 years. So I really enjoy it. However, I think just for like in the future, I'd probably want to get into more of like a creative strategist position. But right now I work as a talent manager. Do you have any siblings? Yes, I have 3 siblings. Why did I have to think about that? I have 3 siblings. I'm technically the second child, so I have an older brother, a younger sister, and then a younger brother. However, in a Latino family, the oldest daughter, you're basically the oldest. If you know, you know. What are your favorite values in friends? Like, you know that friend who has other friends that every time you guys hang out, you hear them talking shit about somebody else? Like, I cannot really be friends with those types of people because if they're talking shit about somebody else, they're probably talking shit about me to somebody else. So just someone who's like very real, very honest. That's something that I really value. Someone who's like really just themselves and is very comfortable and confident in themselves. I'm very selective with the friends that I keep in my circle. I don't know, life's too short to be friends with people who like don't have your back, don't have your best interest in mind. So, when was the last time you embarrassed yourself? Oh. One of my hobbies is that I love to learn languages. So, whenever I'm practicing, I honestly I embarrass myself a lot. I really do. Uh just because when you're learning a language, like you're bound to mess things up, you know? It's inevitable, it's part of the process. One time I remember I was speaking in Spanish with some of my friends, and one of my friends was like teasing me basically, and I was trying to say like leave me alone, so déjame en paz, and I ended up saying déjame en pez, which is like leave me in fish. So and then they like everyone just busted out laughing at me, and it was funny. You have to laugh at yourself at those types of moments. What are your hobbies? I really like working out. I spend a lot of my time like doing Pilates or yoga, something kind of like that. I also love like researching projects. I don't know if that makes any sense, but like I'm one of those people, I love learning new stuff. So anytime I find something new that I want to try out, I'm like one of those people, I go all out. Like I'll buy the equipment for it or like the materials and everything that I need. I'll like read a book, take a YouTube course. Like I'm always trying new things. I feel like that should be considered a hobby, is just trying new stuff. What is your morning routine? I'm actually in the process right now of perfecting my morning routine. I feel like this morning I had the most ideal morning routine ever. I was so proud of myself. I woke up, I immediately did an hour-long workout. I did like 30 minutes of Pilates and 30 minutes power walking. And then I showered, got dressed, had like a super healthy breakfast, all without checking my phone, which was like a really big deal for me. So yeah, I'd say that's like my ideal morning routine. Oh, and then coffee, which leads into the next question. What's your coffee order? I am very basic. I do not like the whole like I'm not gonna be like one of those people that's like, oh, I hate all like the frou-frou stuff. Because every once in a while, I'll do like a chai latte. But my favorite coffee order is a iced coffee with like 1 or 2 packets of sugar, and then soy milk or almond milk, and that's it. Nothing else. What cuisine is your favorite? Definitely Japanese. Japanese is comfort food for me, and I think it's just because I grew up with that. So like sushi, ramen, although I have yet to find a single really good ramen place here in the States that does it right. Just nowhere else does it like Japan, but Japanese food's definitely my favorite. How would you describe your fashion sense? I have like so I feel like I have so many different aesthetics. So sometimes I kind of want to go for more of like a streetwear vibe, and then sometimes I would say majority of the time it's a lot more beachy, kind of, you know. I would say it's primarily beachy just because usually I'm in places that's near a beach. So swimsuit, I basically live in bikinis, cover ups kind of like this, and yeah, definitely more like a boho vibe. What was your dream job as a kid? My sister will make fun of me to no end about this, but because I said like I love trying new things, my dream job as a kid, I wanted to be everything. I wanted to be a singer, an artist, a musician, a writer, a pro surfer. Like I wanted to do everything. How many countries have you traveled to? I think I'm at 15 at this point. I could be wrong on that. So I've done the US, Mexico, Colombia, Brazil, Belize. In Europe, I've gone to France, Germany, Spain, Italy, the Czech Republic. Of course, I grew up in Japan. I went to Thailand. I don't know how many that is. And I'm pretty sure I'm missing a few, but yeah, that's kind of like the countries that I've been to. How many languages do you speak? So learning languages is actually a hobby of mine. I currently speak 3 languages, English, Spanish, and Portuguese. And I plan on learning my 4th language sometime next year. I really want to just like hone in on Spanish and Portuguese right now, get that down really well, and then I'll move on to my 4th language. I actually plan on making a video on how to learn a language like sometime really soon because I really feel like I hacked it. And the crazy thing is that I learned Spanish and Portuguese both under 2 years, and I can speak it conversationally and for the most part understand about like 80% of what's being said to me. So I think that's like really good for only learning it for 2 years. Do you have any weird quirks? Yes. Okay, so one of them is that I will try like any food. My like life motto is try everything at least once. So when it comes to food especially, like I will eat it. But I have this thing in my brain where certain foods don't go together. Like, you know, those people who are like, oh, dip your french fry in your milkshake. I'm like, that's something salty going hot and salty going into something sweet and cold. And that in my brain just like it doesn't mix. It doesn't go together. So I'm like, no, I can't, I literally cannot do that. I think what it is, I have a problem with mixing food. I don't like mixing food. And it's like there are very specific rules with how I eat my food. So that's my weird quirk. How tall are you? I'm 5'4", which is average. What's your favorite way to spend a weekend? I love a good relaxing weekend. I think if I could do it every single weekend, it would be like wake up just whenever I want to wake up, do a quick little workout or go to yoga, sweat a little bit, exercise, go home, take a shower, and then just go straight to the beach and enjoy the entire day on the beach, just relaxing, drinking, eating, all that kind of stuff. I love being at the beach. It's my happy place. Why did you want to start a YouTube channel? Like literally since I started my 20s, I've learned so much. And I just want to be able to share that knowledge. I want this to be a space where like people can come and just like gain as much as they can and work on themselves as much as they can. I've done a lot of self-development spiritually, mentally, emotionally, physically. And so I really just want to share my knowledge with you guys. What book or movie made a lasting impression on you? For movies, definitely The Way. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. I think it's on Amazon Prime right now, but it's basically about this guy who goes and he walks the Camino de Santiago. It's throughout Europe. There's like different routes throughout Europe. I watched that movie when I want to say like 15 or 16 with my family. And it was the #1 thing that I had on my bucket list for a very long time. And I just crossed it off last year. I completed it. I was so excited. It was like one of the hardest things I've ever done, but it was so worth it. An amazing adventure. What fear have you overcome or are working to overcome? I think I'm just really working on the fear of putting myself out there right now. It's kind of also why I wanted to start this YouTube channel, is basically just to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. That's what I'm working on. And that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video.